Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90 Day Fiancé's Matt is afraid to tell his parents about his situation with Jasmine, and I can't help but chuckle over his reasoning. Warning: the following contains spoilers from the 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. Episodes you play with matches, you get burned. Stream the episode with an HBO Max subscription and read at your own risk. Jasmine Pineda and Matt Branastorianu are really going through it on 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. After she decided to tell Gino Pellasolo she was pregnant, following his plans to divorce her. She's felt Matt pulling away ever since she learned they were having a girl. And she's noticed that he hasn't made much of an effort to introduce her to his family. It turned out he had a reason for that. But I couldn't help but chuckle when hearing it. 90 Day Fiancé revealed in this latest episode that Matt comes from a strong Romanian background and that his parents were pretty strict. He decided to test run Jasmine being around a Romanian person by linking up with a friend, but I'm not sure what good it did him, considering the situation is bonkers no matter how you slice it. Matt's parents might be strict, religious, Romanian, and unapologetic about it, but I can't help but ask why any of that matters. I don't think his culture plays any role in this at all, honestly, because who would want to tell their parents about this situation? No matter how you try to explain it, impregnating a married woman you only hooked up with because she was in a no-strings-attached open relationship is not something any parent wants to hear. As if that weren't enough, the mother of his future child is unsure she wants him in the picture because he reminds her of her absent father. Despite that, they're still planning to move to Florida together, and it remains to be seen if there will be any future relationship between them. Did I mention it's all documented on TLC's 90 Day Fiancé? I can't imagine a parent alive who would be chill about that kind of news. Jasmine isn't blind to the fact that it's a messy situation. I think she's well aware of how it sounds. To her point, however, Matt is a grown man. And not telling his parents about it isn't going to make the situation any easier to bear. So what is he waiting for? Jasmine posted some photos ahead of this season of 90 Day Fiancé the other way, which suggested she moved to Florida. As for where things stand with Matt, it appears that they're still together, but their level of commitment remains a question. In an Instagram post just last week, Jasmine referred to Matt as her boyfriend. So it appears they're in a romantic relationship, rather than just co-parenting their daughter Matilda. That said, I'm not sure they're ready to tie the knot and get engaged just yet. But maybe we'll be surprised in the new year. I will say that, given Jasmine's prominence in the franchise, I'm not sure she'd leak her engagement before it was shown on television. I would see her and Matt being careful and wanting to save that for a future season of 90 Day Fiancé, assuming the relationship is trending in that direction. Some moments on 90 Day Fiancé are emotional. Some are dramatic. Some make you want to throw a throw pillow at the TV. And then there are moments like Matt's latest revelation, where you find yourself howling with laughter, while also whispering, "Oh honey, what are you doing?" Matt, ever this sweet yet slightly anxious soul, has found himself in a rather entertaining predicament. He's terrified to tell his parents about his situation with Jasmine. Not because there's a baby on the way. Not because of a secret marriage. Not because of money problems or a long-distance fallout. No, Matt is scared to tell his parents because, in his own words, they think I'm doing great. I don't want to mess up their perception of me. Sir, you are on 90 Day Fiancé. The perception has already been thoroughly, irrevocably altered. The Matt and Jasmine saga. A mild-mannered man meets a Category 5. Hurricane Let's Be Clear Matt is not a bad guy. He's thoughtful, polite, and genuinely wants to make things work. Jasmine, meanwhile, is a walking firecracker wrapped in hair extensions and emotional intensity. She loves hard, argues harder, and speaks like she's narrating her own telenovela. The contrast between them is so stark that even National Geographic is considering doing a documentary titled When Midwestern Men Meet Tropical Storms of Night Emotion. Their relationship is, well, let's call it chaotically affectionate. They've fought over toothpaste placement, emotional boundaries, jealousy spirals, and whether or not it's acceptable for Jasmine to threaten someone while eating breakfast. She insists it is. Yet somehow, Matt believes that his parents thinking highly of him is the one thread keeping his dignity intact. They still think I'm normal in a confessional that will go down in franchise history. Matt admits with a straight face that his parents still think I'm normal, as if appearing on a reality show famous for international meltdowns somehow preserved his image as the stable, responsible son. He's convinced that if he tells them about Jasmine's recent outburst, the fact that she threatened to pack her bags because he bought the wrong flavor of oatmeal, they'll lose faith in him. Not over the past decade of questionable decisions. No, just this one. And here's the thing, I get it. Parents often have a carefully curated idea of who their children are. Maybe Matt's parents still picture him as the level-headed kid who helped at bake sales or collected came-in cards instead of passports for long-distance dating adventures. But hiding Jasmine from them? That's like trying to hide a peacock in a library. At some point, the screeching gives it away. The imaginary conversation he's dreading, you can almost picture it. Mom, so how are things with Jasmine? Matt sweating, good.com, peaceful. She meditates now, speaks only in whispers. Jasmine off screen. I swear if you touch my face mask, I will burn this house down. Mom, is that the TV? Matt? Yes, documentary on volcanoes. The comedy writes itself. The real fear, judgment, or I told you so. Let's be fair to Matt for a moment. Beneath the humor, his hesitation is actually relatable. It's not just about protecting his image, it's about avoiding parental judgment. There is no sentence more emotionally devastating than "we didn't want to say anything, but we were concerned from the beginning." Or worse, "Well, your cousin married a nice girl from Minnesota. You could have done that." Matt knows that once he opens the door to family opinions, he may never close it again. One wrong detail, one admitted argument. One story about Jasmine throwing a sandal while crying in suddenly every brunch will start with "So, how are things?" followed by meaningful stares. And let's not pretend every parent understands the concept of passionate international romance. There's always that one dad who thinks emotional expression counts as criminal activity. But eventually, the truth will explode. Matt can't dodge this forever. The longer he waits, the funnier and messy it gets. The idea that he can ease his parents into understanding Jasmine is adorable. Like he's planning to reveal her in stages. Phase 1, she's very expressive. Phase 2, sometimes she throws produce during arguments, but always organic. Phase 3, please duck when she enters the room. What he should do is just rip off the Band-Aid. Bring her to dinner. Let Jasmine be Jasmine. Let his parents witness both her passion and her chaos. Because, honestly, they might just love her or panic. But either we'll be over with. Why, we can't help but chuckle at the end of the day. Watching Matt tiptoe around the idea of confessing his love life to his parents is peak reality TV charm. He's not running from scandal, he's running from awkward conversations, not hurricanes. Not heartbreak. Just mild parental disappointment. And honestly, same. We've all done it. Delayed telling our parents something, not because it's bad, but because it's just too exhausting to explain. Matt's just doing it on national television, which makes it infinitely funnier. So here's to you, Matt. May your parents be gentle. May Jasmine behave. And may the oatmeal be the correct flavor, because if it's not, well, God help us all.